Now, if you copy this video, I'm going to bring around Lockett, Dunstall and Dermott, and also Dipper to wreck your face, okay? So don't do it.
Hi, I'm Doug Hawkins of the Footscray Football Club, and for the next hour or so I'll be your host of Football Record Video.
Hey, just a minute, Dougie boy, because you're a bit young to host a show of this on your own, you know.
But Ted...
But there's no buts about it, Doug.
Ted, I've played over 300 games.
Yes, I know you have, and I've played 321. And until you pass that record of mine, you've got to give me a little bit of respect for your elders, Dougie.
Okay, I'm Doug Hawkins, you're Mr Football Ted Whitten.
Hawkins with Lovett. Oh, Hawkins! Beautiful! Thanks for coming, Dougie.
And together, we're your hosts for this issue of Football Record Video.
Straight, finishes straight and finishes with a goal. Watch this kick. Still inside the centre square. Watch this. Kicks it to centre half forward. Still inside the centre square. Kicking the goal. Still inside the centre square. Watch this kick. Watch this kick.
We're really into the business end of the season, and what a great show we have lined up for you. And as usual, we have all the highlights of the past month, of round 13 to round 16, which includes all the great marks, all the great bumps, all the great goals, and some fantastic tackles. We feature the player of the month, and what a season he's having. Carlton's one-man engine room, Diesel Williams. The Norwich rising star for the month is Collingwood Colossus Severio Rocker. Our special feature takes us up north to the Gabba to check out the Brisbane Bears' new home. And also we take a sneak look at the Kevin Sheedy coaching camp for the kids. Maybe we'll pick up a tip or two from the master himself. Recognise this man. Well, we're going into the broadcast box to find out more about the Rex Hunt Circus, and who knows, we might even find out why he's losing his hair. This month's great replay pays tribute to the season of close finishes by giving us the closest finish of all in a finals match, the 1990 qualifying final at Waverley Park. We've also got the AFL's top players telling you who's the best mark in the competition, and of course you the supporters having your say.
But what Doug didn't mention is that we have a special feature of himself. Yes, the boy from Braybrook who made it to the big time.
Oh, Ted, stop embarrassing me, mate.
All right, that's enough from us. Let's get into the show. Highlights from round 13.
A short pass on, it's a good kick too. Excellent kick, Jarman. 50 metres from goal, ordinary kick. In towards Dunstall, he gathers, hooks the kick and puts it through for Hawthorn's first. Back towards half forward, Roberts coming into the play. Play on, Rock. B.O.G. Anthony Rock. Centre half forward, the captain. Oh, Captain Kelly. Just 5 possessions, a quiet night. Kick towards full forward, no mark taken. Ball now for Pritchard. Shot for goal by Pritchard. What can he do? He can get a goal. That is a great kick. Player on his own. Platten can go to the 50-metre line. Unselfishly, Dunstall. Dunstall 5. Dunstall. It's hit the post. You wouldn't believe it.
Not over yet. Platten at the bottom of the pack. Flicks it round his body. Dunstall, can he take him on? He'll have another shot. He'll have another shot with just over a minute remaining. It could well be the last set shot at goal. Right. The situation is that North Melbourne at the moment leads by 3 points. But Jason Dunstall can change all that. He's on a tight angle, but he's only 25 metres out. He kicks for goal. Oh, he's a great kick for goal. The Hawkers hit the front. It's over. McKenna. The Eagles have lifted a knot. Up towards half forward. Ugle can go on to Worsfold. 40 metres out. The skipper sets sail for home, and I think he's put through another one.
Well played, Mitchell White. Good use of the body. Worsfold. Taken away by Williams. He's off and running. In towards Rocker.
Eagles have the players at the drop of the ball. Here goes Lamb, 55 metres out. A long kick by Lamb, and waiting in the square is Chris Lewis. Lewis for his first. Collingwood's in real trouble.
G'day, I'm Mick McGuan from the Collingwood Football Club. For the best highlights, the most spectacular action and the latest news, keep your eye on Football Record Video.
To against Tony Shaw, had a brilliant first half. Oh, courage shown by McGuire.
I think Sheedy's been just too much criticised this year, and it's good to see him come back, and I wish him well for the finals.
Essendon's a great team, and we've got a great lot of supporters, and we get a flog north tonight. Go Boys! Go Dons!
I want everyone to stop picking on Derek Kickett because he's the best player there.
Been following the Bombers since I was about 4 years old, and I suppose you can never match the sides of 1984 and 1985, but this year we're going to go very close.
Our next story features a man who has become a bigger legend off the field than on his days when he was playing with Richmond, Geelong and St Kilda. Of course, the larger-than-life Rex Hunt, football caller, broadcaster extraordinaire.
Banged it out, Callaway's there on the wing position, and here comes Russell. He's got the last of the Mohicans haircut there, but Matty Knights kicks it off the ground and picks it up. Hand passes it across to Ty Esler again. The umpire says it is a free kick. And it's
I got into commentating as a very young person because I was inspired by Norman Banks, inspired by the late Bert Bryant in racing and Alan McGilvray at cricket, because they were able to bring the spirit of the game into my backyard, into my home, and as a kid that inspired me in sport to go on and play the game at the highest level. And I just thought after I'd finished I'd like to sort of continue on and do that to people who are not fortunate enough to get to the game.
It seems when he talks you into the game on the radio, he creates the pictures for you.
I always listen to Rex here, it's fantastic.
Rocker can't get it, Mitchell did. Mitchell behind, out of bounds on the full. Pressure personified here at the MCG. The Saveloy Rockabye baby couldn't grab it. What do you got there for me, Bondi?
Well, just out on the ground, Rex, the roar's coming from a huge crowd that's actually in the northern stand here above us. We look across to the southern stand, but up above us... I'm sort of his right-hand man. I sort of take the blows and have the information ready when he needs it, and he's great to work with. He's a lot of fun.
Picked up by Lambert. Straight through the centre. Magnificent goal to Richmond, the Tigers. Lambert's kick went over the top of Hogg and McQueen, and bang, said the umpire.
I was regimented for a long, long time in my life. At school, national service, police department, Richmond Football Club, Geelong, St Kilda, where you had to be there, you had to wear a certain uniform. And since I've gone into my own business and suiting myself what hours I work and how hard I work and how I wear my hair or I don't wear my hair, individuality, to my mind, is a great thing in life, and there's not enough people prepared to get out, have a go, Don't worry about what the knockers are going to say, because if they've got time to sit back and knock you, they're not worth worrying about. But be yourself, and above all, when you put your head on the pillow at night, think, well, I'm pretty happy with the Rex Hunt that I'm with.
This hasn't been publicised before, but it's one of the reasons why I left to go into coaching, get away from Rex. My eardrums couldn't take it any longer. Now, I do miss the boys. They're terrific to work with, a lot of fun. We have the serious view of football and also have some entertainment along the way, and Rex is very important in that, but he's also very genuine about his love of the game.
Nace is got it towards a goal! Oh, that must have snuck in by the proverbial 15th, because the umpire did a back somersault, difficulty of 10, and no clapping from the players, and it's gone through.
He can not only call the football well, and he does call it very well, but he can also entertain you and say some very amusing things.
Spinning back into play, and Essler knocked it out, looking for Bauer, close to the boundary line and over bounds. Over the boundary line and out of bounds it goes. This is grand final stuff, there's no doubt about it.
And a couple of times he's fallen off the chair as well in his excitement, but I think the day he cramped out at Collingwood was my highlight. You know, he said before that you can't tear a hamstring in the commentary box, but gee, he went close that day.
And the boundary umpire prepares to just heave this football back in and does it beautifully. Gee, they're great, those people. Krasiska went right across the top of the pack. Play on, said the umpire. Matty Knight saw Rowe go in, risk his life and his hair, and the umpire said, well, give it to me, and I'm going to put it down on centre wing in front of the great Southern stand.
He's a character. He's bigger than life almost at the moment, and he's got a huge following for one reason, and that's because he's himself.
I've got a pretty interesting philosophy in life. It's called KISS. It's called keep it simple, stupid. Don't try to be something you're not, and don't try to read something into it if it's not there. I think my success, Ian, right around the board in relation to fishing on television and radio commentary with football is that I dare to be different. I'm Rex Hunt and you're not. That's my cat's cry. I don't put on any airs and graces. If I think someone's done the wrong thing, I'll say so. If I've made a mistake, I'll have the grace to correct it. So no, I don't style myself on anybody, and what you see is what you get both on and off the camera and the microphone.
He's good value. Puts a lot of effort into it. I'm listening to Rex Hunt, 3AW.
How do you find it?
Fabulous. Really exciting, really good.
Often listen to Rexy. I reckon he's terrific for the game. He sort of gets the game exciting, you know, with his comments. And then I know a lot of people don't sort of like the things that he says on radio, but I mean, like, I reckon he's terrific for the game, and I certainly like listening to him.
Pert kicked it outside 50, and up goes Big Ty Essler, knocked away by Monkhorst. Picked up by Young Knights. A long finger breaker down towards Hogg, who can't get into it. Pert's close.
I'm happy with my life, and yeah, it's no worries for me.
I'm Tony Shaw. If you want to know what's going on at Victoria Park, just keep watching Football Record Video.
James Manson doing the ruck work for the Magpies. Over the top is Andy Goodwin, but only as far as Tony Shaw, and I think he may have threaded it through. He has.
Paul Chester takes the mark. Lyon wants it short. Where's Cuthbertson? He may be the target. No, that's ignored. Lyon is still on. A good kick to find Lyon here. Well, Road.
He's going for him now, Dennis.
Well, not quite the time. A pack all around him. Steins over the top.
Gee, what a prospect he is. Not a bad kick either, in towards centre-half forward. Oh, well done! Terrific effort by Ty Essler.
An emerging player is Carl. Goes for distance. Very high kick. They'll contest about 5 metres out. Rowe! Play on, Rock! B.O.G. Anthony Rock! Centre-half forward, the captain! Oh, Captain Gary!
But Rowe is there to help out the full forward. Severe hand pass for Smart. He handled it very well. Modner's got it this time.
Calthorpe gets around. Centering kick. Important ball. Long, well done.
Courageous.
Oh, North Melbourne have come back quite magnificently. Schwartz's long one. Carey! Again!
Centering kick. Oh, touchdown! Tony Hawk!
Big time by Somerville, but no mark. Off hands to Harding. Hoisted high, short of the goal square. Courage needed here.
Oh! Jenke to the outer side. German high. Still on the 50-metre line, in fact, inside. Oh, what a mark! The captain again!
He's doing very well, young Dougie, my boy. Now, each month we put a question to the AFL's top players. The question for this month is, who is the best mark in the AFL competition? Just cast your eyes on this one, yeah?
I think the best mark in the league is Tony Modra from the Adelaide Crows. He's got such a big leap. He's not that tall, but once he gets in front, he's unstoppable.
Modra! Oh! What a mark! Oh! Brilliant! He hung forever.
Oh, wasn't it sensational from Modra?
The best mark in the league would probably be Stephen Kernahan. I think he's 6'5", so he's a big lad. Once he gets his hands on the ball, he doesn't drop too many.
Sexton's kick into the pocket. Kernahan! Oh, he's marked it!
We feature some great players in Football Record Video as our Player of the Month. The next one is a real champion.
Yeah, I'll just about go along with that too. He's almost as good as the Hawk, Dancing Dougie.
And our Player of the Month is Greg Diesel Williams.
Dorotich, and Dorotich gets Carlton out of trouble. It's Williams with the one hand.
Last year I had a lot of trouble with my knee. I didn't do much pre-season and more or less just played Saturday, more or less. Didn't train hardly at all. Used to take all week to get well enough to play, and this year, well, I've had a pretty good pre-season with swimming and bike and different things like that, staying off my leg. And come about January I started running and it's been a lot better, and I've been able to train a couple of nights a week, which has helped. You know, without training, well, obviously you can't keep up with everyone else.
Couldn't take it cleanly towards O'Donnell, but Williams intercepts. Oh, lovely hand pass. Now dangerous. Gleeson takes it and goes very, very wide. Heaver in towards goal. Over the top it goes. Danaher, did he get it?
No, it's taken, me and the current players a little while to get used to each other, of course, and this year we've seemed to be working a lot better together, and it's paying dividends on the scoreboard, there's no doubt.
Oliver. Now Lamb. Can't get his boot direct. Greg Williams picks it up.
Yeah, well, taggers are a big important part of the game, there's no question. It's obviously the opposition coaches have got to try and stop the better players, and I've got my fair share of them. Not many games I'll go without one, but you get used to it, and you try and make, just get in the packs and try and get away from it, wear them out.
Spills free. Was he held? Umpire says play on. Heaver on the 50-metre line now. Century kick to Williams. Courage. He is a champion, this guy. A champion.
Well, I think we were 4 points down, and there was about 3 minutes to go. And there's a boundary throwing on the wing, and I got it and handballed to someone and ran from there to about centre forward. I went to the 50-metre zone, and Heaver centred the ball, and I just dived to mark it. So it was a handy mark, and I was lucky enough to get the goal, which put us in front. And as I said, Main Wing had a chance to go 4 points ahead again, but he hit the post, so lucky enough we were in front at the end.
It's over, that's it. Victory to Carlton.
I've had a good season. I'm happy with that, and there's still about 7 or 8 games to go, which if I can finish that off, well, you're always a chance.
G'day, I'm Mark Harvey. You're watching Football Record Video.
Beautiful little pass to Harvey. Courage by Harvey. Lead up by Martin.
No, I reckon Hagen's been very good for the club. He knows the players from reserve sides and that, He's worked them up, and I just reckon he's done a good job,
I can vaguely remember North winning their last flag. It was only the one, but this year I think they're going to do it again.
North Melbourne's going to win the game.
I'm a North supporter. Have been all my life. I said this year we've only lost a total of 4 games by 13 points. I've been there with the good and the bad, and I haven't deserted them in the bad. and this year we're looking pretty good.
Some light bitters seem to lose that crisp, clean taste after a couple of glasses. So what's so special about Foster Special?
Hi, I'm Darren Buick and you're watching Football Record Video.
Buick rows it beautifully. Pike in pursuit. He's kicked one goal from a long way out. Will that be two? A magnificent goal!
Yeah, he ranks for Collingwood, but he's wearing the North Melbourne jumper. Snowball.
Sydney lost, of course, but I just wonder. I saw a Sydney player take a specky, so I went for Sydney after that.
Wait, Carey's hot.
No,
Okay.
Joe Waitman's better. He's beautiful.
You're crazy, mate.
Bradley off the hog. Carlton charging forward. Oliver twists in the air but can't take the mark. Goes in once again. Played by Oliver. Farms it out. Now Brown. Spalding. A left foot snap. Going to be close. I think he's kicked another one. Carlton are hot.
In towards full forward. Ugle and Dean. Over the back. Matera. Now Sumich. Now Mainwaring. A big chance here for Chris Mainwaring. He'll hook it around the corner. It's a good kick. Oh, it's a great kick. It's a goal. Oliver. Now Lamb. Can't get his boot to it. Greg Williams picks it up and slams it through for a goal. The Blues go further in front. Matera's away. He runs his full distance and it's an extraordinary kick. He'll say it was meant for Chris Lewis. Lewis can go. He pulls it into the pocket. Where's Ugle? One grab. Couldn't take it. Sumich. Goal. Ball spills free. Was he held? Umpire says play on. Heaver on the 50-metre line now. Century kick to Williams. Courage.
And the player opposing him said he's had 26 touches. Dwayne Lamb.
Yep, he's been in good form of late as well. Coming back. Oh, Carlton hit back. Well done by Christo. Took it over the line. A big cry for a free kick to Mainwaring. It's gone out on the full. Mainwaring is going to have a shot. It came off the boot. And Mainwaring has a free kick. He may hear the siren before he takes this kick unless he plays on. Look at the angle he's on. Chris Mainwaring, wasting no time, goes with the left foot. Oh, he's hit the post! He's hit the post! That's it! It's over!
You look at me with a questioned look on your face. Oh, McRae, I thought you were going to say something. Osborne, left foot, does he kick another one? Oh, great goal, Aussie!
Kicking towards full forward, Modra. Can't take the mark. In trouble back there was Brunton. Snapshot for goal is just a great kick by Hodges.
Hi, I'm Alan Jankovic from the Melbourne Football Club. For the latest news and the most spectacular football action, keep your eye on Football Record Video.
Bennett in good position now. Offhand, Jankovic! Oh, sensational!
The league's best mark, I'd have to say, is Stewie Lowe. I don't think there's any prizes for that guess. He's got large hands and everything seems to fall into it like buckets, so I think he's far and away the best mark in the league.
Forward pocket low. That is a top mark in these conditions.
Oh, I'd say Gary Ablett for sure. He's, I'd definitely be the best mark which I've seen over the years.
Maybe Geelong can make something of this. Ablett in front and a mark, if you don't mind.
Football clinics are a common business these days. Matter of fact, I've conducted a few myself, and it is fantastic to get out with the kids and teach them the right skills of football, handball, marking and kicking.
Yep, and one such clinic around, you know, for a long, long time has been the Kevin Sheedy football camp. So, we took the football record video camera along into the camp to see how the master teaches the pupils.
A lot of kids rush at the ball and grab it too hard. In other words, if I get, say, this young fellow, what's your name? We've been going for 9 years now, and it's just got better and better. We really can't, we find it difficult to fit any more in. Every year's been probably a better year as we've kept going along with it. And of course, now we're starting to get some of the boys come through, and we even see them making, you know, AFL footy. Oh, give me a hand, come on, that's pretty good. Okay, we'll split up into groups now. We take them about 8 or 9, depending on whether the parents feel they're capable and mature at that age to cope with a live-in session. And sometimes that's one of the best aspects of it, if they can come and live in, because they've got to meet new people from all different walks of life, country kids. We've got kids from Tasmania, kids from South Australia, Sydney.
Yeah, I've brought 2 down with me, and 3 others came down from our team at Macquarie Fields in Sydney, which is in between Liverpool and Campbelltown, and they appear to be having a really good time. Can't get over the excitement each night when they get home.
All right, you try and watch his hips, Oh, and Mark, good tackle, that's all right. Just run right at him and turn away from him like that. All right.
We do concentrate mainly on skill drills, and because we want to give the parents a report on where we think their kids are at that respective age, and so we do give them a written report and a certificate for coming along to the camp.
We've been coming out for the last 5 years, and we've brought over 50 boys to the camp, and some boys have been drafted, or 5 have actually.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good to go and teach the kids. I know when I was a kid and AFL footballers used to come along and teach me what to do, I used to listen pretty hard and see what they used to do.
I think sometimes it just puts the players back to where they should be, you know, that they're human, and, you know, the game's been good to them and they're putting something back in. I think probably, I mean, they get paid, but and they deserve that pay, you know, they're professional, semi-professional footballers and that. But I think in the end, I think they enjoy passing on the knowledge.
We're just doing leading, full back and full forward, and I just want them to lead and call out loud, and just lead without, you know, stopping and starting.
Personally, after, you know, 25 years of doing clinics and coaching and playing, that I think that's the fun part of it and the best part of it I've ever get out of it myself.
G'day, I'm Glenn Lovett from the Melbourne Football Club. You're watching Football Record Video.
Coming into the lineup this week because of the back injury to Michael Christian. He kicks in towards the centre, in towards Kelly. Got front spot. McKenna was there also. Harding. Oh, the meat and the sandwich.
A yard short.
Laidley gets it out for North Melbourne. Out towards half-back. Oh, by gee, was that a test of bodies? And another one.
Buckley does the shepherding. Away to Pios. Lovely one-hander, well, almost taken by Champion, who then got collected by Yashenko.
And Lovell's got some space. He runs through the wing and kicks it up towards full forward. And a good effort by Cuthbertson. He's into a little bit of trouble. Chancey, oh, Anthony Dwyer, clean bowl. Archer, a little kick. Condon goes after it. Handball, oh, bang! Anthony Rock into the action again.
For you North Melbourne supporters want to know what's going on in football, watch Football Record Video.
Brings it to centre half forward, a long line, good kick. Oh, what a mark!
I'm back again with you, but it's not all about me on this occasion. It's about Dougie Hawkins. Because Dougie Hawkins has just played his 300th game recently and has been with the Footscray Football Club on 16 years. Where did it all start, Hawk?
Well, Ted, I come from a great club, of course, Braybrook Football Club, and I was invited down in 1978, and matter of fact, it's the first time I met you, and I had a go at training, and I was very lucky to be picked in the seniors my first game that year.
And of course, playing in all those 300 matches, I suppose, playing on the wing for so long at Footscray, on the one wing only in your career out here. Did that affect you at all?
Yeah, not really, Ted. I think it all occurred back in 1984. We played Fitzroy, and it was a very windy day, and the ball appeared to be over that side of the ground, and our coach in 84 was Mickey Moldhouse, and I had a very good first quarter, had about 12 kicks. He said, well, listen, second quarter you can stay there again, son. So, and from there, not only eventuated at the Western Oval, you know, I ended up playing on the outer at the MCG, the outer at the Waverley, and the outer at Windy Hill, so it eventuated on the other grounds as well.
Captain of Footscray.
Yeah, it was a great thrill, Teddy. You know, I've never really, well, I always wanted probably to captain Footscray, but I thought maybe a little bit earlier in my footy career might have been a bit of a chance, but it didn't happen. But mate, I'm very proud to be captain of Footscray.
Yeah, some great finals that you played in. You made the preliminary final last year, the Bulldogs, but not going too hot this year.
Yeah, we're not going too well, Ted. Last year, I think, you know, we did play very well. We in the finals, we had a couple of very good players out. We had Peter Foster, Brian Laurel, and Mark Hunter, of course, was out. And of course, Scotty Wine, our Brownlow medalist, had a crook leg. So, you know, without those guys in the finals, we did struggle that bit. But to Geelong's credit, they played very well.
What a wonderful, wonderful kick by Ablett.
What about the day when you hit the ground? You're 300th, you're running down the race to the huge crowd and the big banner.
It was a great feeling, Ted. I got stuck in the banner.
Yeah.
It was a great banner too, the Cheer Squad made, and to them, I thank them very much. But mate, it's just a great thrill. It's pretty hard to explain to people.
Toss of the coin?
Toss of the coin, won the toss against Big Roger, and kicked with the wind, and it was a great day. The boys done the right thing. We won the game, and we had some great celebrations, a bit of a reunion after the game.
What about your future? What's going to happen?
I don't know, Ted. I think that I'll hopefully play the rest of the year out, play the next 5 games, and have a bit of a rest over the summer, have a good break, and just see how I come up from the summer, and I suppose see what the coach's plans are, see what Terry Ruler's got in store for me next year. I'd like to have another crack, but if not the case, I've had a great time at Footscray.
G'day, I'm Chris Mainwaring and you're watching Football Record Video.
Mainwaring just outside the 50. Has a bounce. Good Shepherd from Lockyer. Mainwaring long towards goal. Oh, what a goal.
See the bombers fly up, up. We are the teams they don't fear. They don't try their best, but they can't get in as the bombers fly up.
Righto, my name's James Hearn. I'm at the MCG watching Essendon North Melbourne. We're going all right at the moment, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty frustrating up here in the stands.
Here we go! Oh, it's a point. And there's only one other person that'll tell you better than this, and that's my mum, and she's out there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danny Frawley. For all the action, great highlights and anything you want to know about football, watch Football Record Video.
Yeah, the best mark again, you know, he might not take too many spectacular marks, but is Jason Dunstall. You know, just time and time again, he's got vice-like hands, and he very seldom drops it.
Nugent, who's had a few possessions in this third quarter. Dunstall got it, clean mark, yes.
I think the best mark in the league is also Gary Ablett. You know, just out and out brilliance. You know, you'll take 2 or 3 marks of the day every Saturday.
And off the left foot. Oh!
Oh, 2 good marks there. Barnes first and then this one.
There are a lot of colourful claims being made by light beers these days. So what's so special about Foster's Special?
Haven't there been some great finishes to some matches this year? And who can forget the Carlton-Essendon game earlier this year? And of course, the great games of North Melbourne and Fitzroy.
Yes, and also to celebrate those close finishes, we dug into a film library and we dug this one out. It just so happens to be the 1990 qualifying final between Collingwood and the West Coast Eagles. It's our great replay.
Decides to run. Now he gives it to Wright, who can. He's got a paddock to move in. Passes from still inside the square. Ransom Taylor. Taylor showing some toe on Worsfold, who dives on top of it. Similar situation developing. Dacos calling forward as Wright. He doesn't let him down. Barely the required distance for a mark. Wright's kick, an up and under job. Dacos made position well. Goes back. Snapshot. Looks good. First goal of the match. Lamb. And with that solid brace on his arm after breaking it in the game against Melbourne. That's a great mark to Sumic. For his second to make the difference 6 points. Should get the distance. He has done. The Eagles fans like it. To goal.
Russell gets back deep in his own defensive area. McEwen had to be holding the ball. Kemp got him. Play on is the call. Eagles everywhere. Lewis fends off Russell. He's hard against the boundary line. That is a magic goal. That is a magic goal.
And that's goal of the day so far. Wasn't too much on offer, to be fair to him. McGrath. Heady. Can kick well. Directly in front. Sumic likes it. It's a goal. The Eagles in front. Bowen on the run. Keeps going. Curry won't catch him. 65 metres out. Mammoth kick into the square. A mark taken by Guy McKenna. He's not wasting any time getting the ball moving. Great bump by Darren Mullane. In comes Brown. Collingwood lifting. Brown right on the boundary line. Back to Mullane likewise. Dacos nearly runs out of room. He's goal! Magnificent goal!
Oh, superb play. Clipped his head. We're down to 105. Turley through the middle. Long kick towards Heady. Chris Siska misjudged it. Sumic nudged out of it. Wayne Waring's got it. Kicks it down towards full forward. Keane is down there. Ball is running free. We're down to 50 seconds. Hard against the boundary line, Mullane. Robert Wiley gets into play. And we've got a boundary throw in. He's helping Collingwood too, Dennis. Old habits die hard. So we've got a boundary throw in the pocket. A goal here and the Eagles will win. We're down to 35 seconds. Behind and we've got a tie. Langdon hoisted high. Back goes Sumic and he's taken the mark. Oh, I don't think the Eagles can lose from here. It's a question of whether they can win.
Well, it's just a question of accuracy now from Peter Sumic. Clock ticking down.
He's in the wrong pocket. This could be a kick after the siren job. He'll take his time.
The umpire's called time on here too, Dennis.
So the clock is frozen at 17 seconds. Now it continues to run. It's down to 14. If Sumic kicks the goal, the Eagles are into the second semi-final. Peter Sumic.
We might have
missed. It's a tie.
It'll be a draw.
It is a tie. There's the siren.
It's a draw. A sensation.
Hi, I'm Craig Bradley and you're watching Football Record Video.
He goes long. Bradley. Oh! Fine mark.
Fletcher did very well. Carey's recovery was excellent. McAdam, well, this is one man you give a very good chance to from anywhere. Straight through. Thompson gets around. High one. The target, Somerville. Big fly. Comes to ground. Playing court. Couldn't stay on the ball. Off the ground by Simons. Rolling. Goal! Goal! The Bombers are in front. Archer went to ground. Denham's left foot. Didn't look. Taken by Scholl. North Melbourne have come back quite magnificently. Schwasher's long one. Carey! Again!
Telling mark.
What sort of footballer is this guy? What sort of player, Bernie?
Kick from about 48 metres. Drop punt. That's better.
Bradley played his kick fine on the left foot. And Michael Martin's been fantastic since half-time. He breaks away. Beautiful kick to the half-back line. It clears the pack. Wade Schwass. They're off and running. Schwass will look for Carey again. Here they come. Longmire. McAdam. Adrian McAdam. He's kicked a great goal. I think North might be home.
out in front there of Road, who gathers it pretty well in the finish, gets it back to Stretch, who loves to run, and bombs away. It could nearly bounce through. It's a goal! Beautiful kick by Stretch. Sweeping hand pass for Barnes. In a bit of trouble. Look at this. Matthew Phoebe. Here's Dyson. On the ground, Kevin Dyson. Adopts a major.
Plays on immediately. Jarman, little spin turn, 55 metres out. Dunstan, or rather Dunstall out of position. It comes forward. It's grabbed there by Crawford. He snapped the goal.
Hello there, this is Andy Collins from the Hawthorn Footy Club. I hope you stay tuned and enjoy Football Record Video.
I love Gavin Wanganeen, but it's a pity he's not out there tonight.
You might as well give the Brownlow medal to Wayne Carey now, the best football in Australia. How was his last quarter, eh?
Yeah, it's great.
Hey?
Tremendous.
Yeah.
How was it? It was excellent, wasn't it?
The Cats leading by 19 points, 6-3 to 3 goals 2. Wine. Hocking got a fingernail to it. Mansfield dragged to ground.
Cuthbertson goes over the top. Gritters left-hand handball. Rhodes' handball was stopped. Lyon under pressure. Court holding it. Surely.
Bonkhorst belts it over the back. Mainwaring is there, but he's caught. Bang! Lamb's lost it.
Gets an extra 10 metres. Stretch in the box seat. Got himself underneath it. Not all that well done. Couch had 5 to beat Stretch. Realised he'd made an error.
Atkins prepared to concede the race just about. Tudor round the corner on the bounce to Scott. Great tackle. Sees him out of bounds.
Lawrence got a fist away. Hopgood onto it. Fell over. Jarman gathered cleverly. Great tackle. Brett Lovett.
Oh, Brennan, great play. Back to Redslam. Redslam, a pas de deux as he chips it across. He's looking for Evans. Evans caught. Holding the ball. Great tackle there by Graham Wright.
Back there is Norris. Chipping in Tudor. Away for Riccardi. Here's Gary. He's caught. You're going nowhere. And you're being penalised.
Barnes off the ground. Very congested in there. Tudor towards half forward. Spills come to Bairstow. 70 metres from goal. Good chase. Cameron got him down. Was Paul Deere. Thumps it down towards half forward. Crow goes off the deck. Taken by Hudson. Away to Allen. Didn't have the time he thought.
Hi, I'm Tony Leonard from 3AW's Could Have Been Champions, 1278 in Melbourne, heard right around Australia. You're watching Football Record Video with all the best action from every AFL game.
Probably Stuart Lowe would be the best mark. He's just got huge hands and there's not a lot you can do about it when he gets them up there.
Kick up towards centre half forward. Lowe climbs. Oh, a mark and a half, Stuart Lowe.
Best mark in the league, Stewie Lowe and Stephen Kernham would definitely be the best two. I mean, I've seen a lot of Stephen play and he's certainly one that stands out, and Stewie Lowe over the last couple of years has been an excellent mark.
He's found the fountain of youth too, I think. Oh, one-hander. Great mark, Kernaghan. Rice to the half-forward, Lowe with strength. Look at that strength.
Yes, you know, I'm always excited about the new talent emerging in the AFL.
Yeah, Ted, but it's different nowadays when you were playing, mate. You just can't put the boots on and get out on the ground.
Yeah, they didn't do that in my day.
You did?
Oh, but that was different in those days because I just wanted to play football, Doug. I went along to the football club at Footscray and I had a hunger for the game. I could smell the liniment and I could see fellas walking around with their muscles bulging. I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to get in there as quickly as I possibly could and play football.
Well, Tim, our next guest, I wish he just rocked up to the Western Oval to have a game of football. And of course we're talking about the Norwich Player of the Month, Collingwood Severio Rocker.
Big rocker. Here he is. Oh, yes. Yes.
I started football when I was about 16 years old. A friend of mine got me down at the club. We needed a ruckman down at North Reservoir Football Club, which is over in Reservoir, and he got me down there, and local scouts from Collingwood came to, have a look at the games, and finally I got down to Collingwood, and there I am today.
They need to get something moving, the Magpies. Morris sets himself. Oh, sensational mark by Rocker.
Kick by Michael Martin. There's Schenko. Oh, big climb, and Rocker takes the mark.
I love the full forward position. It's quite challenging, taking the marks and finishing off the work which the little players from midfield have started. It's just disappointing at times when you don't finish off with goals, and you've let the team down, and you just got to keep persevering and make sure they go through for goals.
McGuan, snap for goal. Hasn't made the distance. Oh, good mark taken by Rocker. And looking for Collingwood's first score. A goal.
The Richmond game was a real good game. We were 6 goals down, I think, at half-time, and coming out at three-quarter time, getting back up and winning by, I think it was 6 goals, I'm not too sure. And, a couple of things happened in that game which really encouraged the whole team, and it was a really good game for us to win. Me kicking 10 goals was a real confidence booster for me, and I know that it's a stone that I can pass now, and I have to keep achieving that.
Well, Kelly's got to get a kick at centre half forward, but it's chopped off here by Rocker. He's kicked 3.
One of the goals in the first quarter, which I thought was pretty funny when looking back on it, I think it was Lee's kicking out to a teammate back into the centre corridor, and I intercepted. I don't think he saw me, and then I ran into an open goal and kicked it, and it was, the crowd you hear the crowd, and they also seemed to roar at that time, and it was really good.
Now Kerrison gets clear, gets his foot to the ball. He may have scored a goal, or has it come off Rocker's boot?
That's 10 for Rocker.
Collingwood without a forward is, not very good. All the teams need to have a forward to at least participate in the finals and get something out of it. And Lee has helped me throughout the past few weeks, and getting me down there on an extra night, doing goal kicking, leading, watching that ball into your hands for that extra minute. All the important things which a forward needs to do, and holding out the backman and finishing off with the goals.
O'Donnell a little late. Rocker's kick to the goal front. It's going to bounce for goal. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has.
The goals I hope to achieve from playing football are playing a football grand final, winning one with Collingwood, and also getting up to kicking approximately 15 goals a game. Doesn't matter which team, hopefully Carlton.
It used to be Queensland were a place you'd go for holidays, not to play football. But things have changed, and now with the Brisbane Bears in their new den up at the Gabba, we've taken our cameras up there to have a bit of a look around.
Virtually straight down the middle. Schenko is there, up he goes, couldn't hang on, it falls forward, hacked out of mid-air there by Kennedy. It comes to Fletcher, open goal beckons, he chips goalward, and it doesn't bounce through. Windsor kicks it out of mid-air. It's a goal.
At the commencement of 1993, the Bears moved from Carrara on the Gold Coast to the famous Gabba cricket ground here in Brisbane. The state government, who have committed $15 million to the redevelopment of the ground, have undertaken a tremendous facelift of the ground that you would have known on cricket days. Why don't you come with me and we'll go and have a look at the facilities that they've provided for the Brisbane Bears. A major part of the redevelopment of the club has been the refurbishment of the old betting ring into our changing room and doctors and medical facilities. As you see, we have large rooms for our players, physios, doctors and training staff. This area also includes an area for our coaching staff, and you'll often find them at the club during the week preparing for the week's activities. As with all other clubs in the AFL, the gymnasium is a vitally important part of the preparation of our teams. We've been fortunate to have a large area put aside for our club, and our players train up to 11 times a week during the off-season in this important area. These are the visitors' changing rooms. As you can see, we've provided plenty of showers, plenty of room to get changed in, and outside we've also provided a large area for warm-up, doctors' rooms, strapping rooms and a meeting room for the visitors' coach. Whilst we try and make it as smooth as possible and comfortable in here, we certainly don't want to provide that out on the ground. Well, there's some of the new facilities at the Gabba. We're certainly proud to call this our new home. The Queensland State Government have been tremendous supporters of us establishing this facility. Anytime you're in Brisbane, please feel free to come to the Gabba and join with us to watch some of the great action of AFL football.
Well, coming to the Gabba has been the best thing that's ever happened to the Brisbane Bears. As you'd be aware, we were at Carrara for 5 or 6 years, and it was really a time of just treading water. There was really no improvements done to the ground. There was no feeling that it was going to be a permanent base, and as such it was hard to build a club around a situation like that. The surface of the ground, it's quite a spongy surface, and ball doesn't bounce all that high, and being able to practice on it every week, it's certainly an advantage when we play here.
Looking to the future of the Brisbane Bears and when we're going to be a competitive side in the future, I always, thinking back on the Essendon days, we had a very strong goal-to-goal line, and we had a blend of youth and experience. And we had very good hardball players, and I think that with the Bears we are getting young players to mature quickly, and we're slowly trying to get those key position players as quickly as possible. I would hope with good recruiting and good educating over the next 4 to 5 years, I really believe that you'll see the club improve over that time, and I think they could be a very good force to reckon with when these Chapmans, Vosses, etc. mature, I think, in about 4 to 5 years.
Ashcroft going nowhere. Well done by Hart. Gets it across to Voss. Another one. Here come the Bears.
I believe the future of Australian rules football in Queensland is very bright. Australian rules has been played in Queensland for over 100 years. Obviously rugby league is the dominant football code, but there's certainly room for Australian rules. In the 2-3 years that I've been in Queensland, the game is starting to come back and prosper. Junior football registrations are on the increase, on the up, and I believe that with the influx of many thousands of southern staters each year into Queensland, that the interest and the development of Australian rules can only grow.
Hi, I'm Craig Lambert of the Richmond Football Club, and I recommend you watch Football Record Video for all the highlights in action.
Almost sharked by Lambert at close quarters, tries to get it to Turner. It comes back to Lambert from 35 metres out. He's kicked another one.
There are all sorts of claims being made about light beers these days. So what's so special about Foster's Special?
I'm between two Bomber supporters and I'm confident we're going to win.
Oh, no, you're kidding. You've got to be joking. Go on. Geez, you'll get had tonight. Absolutely had. No way. You're in real trouble.
Tim Watson's come back and he's going to lead us to a premiership in 1993.
I think the best mark in the league is Jason Dunstall. The fact that he hits the ball so hard on his leads and generally takes them one grab.
Now the short one to Dunstall. Oh, look at that.
The best mark in the league, probably without doubt, would be Wayne Carey.
B.O.G. Anthony Rock. Centre for the captain. Oh, Captain Carey.
Against North Melbourne now. He's looking for Sutherland and Kickett. So Kickett should wait at the back here because Sutherland will get it down the ground. On the Kickett. Hand pass was excellent from Hurd and Kickett has slammed it through for a goal. Well played, Denham. He's been a good player. On the long. This is Michael Long. He'll look up there for Salmon. Salmon at the back. Chipping across with Simons was good play. Now Hurd. Hurd steadies and James Hurd, cool as a cucumber, puts it through. Great play. Further field, that was with West. Evans. Guy McKenna. In towards McIntosh. Now will it sit for him? Ashley McIntosh. He's very, very quick. He races in the goal and slams it right through the middle. Eagles in front.
The margin is just 4 points, the Bombers leading. They've had 27 scoring shots to 18. Sumich in the middle's got it. This to put the Eagles back in front. A goal.
Big chance for the Bombers. This could be their last hurrah. Has coming away with it is Hills. Now the racehorse. Buick. Lee back himself in. On the left foot, he brings it to the half-forward line. Some pushing. Oh, great mark. Wallace. Now he's got to kick it quickly. Salmon has won out. He's got to kick it now while Salmon is there. He's got a chance. Salmon at the back. Oh, free kick, Salmon. He was held. We saw the look on the face of Kevin Sheedy. Paul Salmon has to kick this goal to put the Bombers in front. Salmon kicks. It's good. Bombers in front. They lead by 2 points. Look at Kevin Sheedy.
Time out. The siren sounds. Oh, what a game. Essendon are back in the 6. Paul Salmon kicked his only goal in the last minute to win the game. Look at Kevin Sheedy.
Pulls it back towards the kick-off line. Lovett backed himself against the ball. It comes to Platt and snapshot goal.
Must capitalise on this move. Cow to Lyon. Lyon, Dyson under pressure, gives it inside. Norris on the run. Drop punt. This is a goal. A beauty. It's what they needed.
Now in front of Hudson, who's been pretty important in this term. He pulls it back to space. Dunstall again. 3 times best and fairest. 7 times the leading goal scorer en route to number 8. It's home. It's tough now for Melbourne.
It's McCarthy onto McGuan. Kerrison. Oh, Magpies looking good. McCartney. Francis, well done. Look at the pace. Tony Francis breaks clear and bumps it in a goal and puts it through for a ripper goal.
On the outer side, Mann was up, good recovery, and Roberts is away. No one in front of him. He runs inside the 50, lines it up, and kicks truly. Or does it? Yes, he does.
Hi, I'm Gary Hocking. Great action, great highlights. That's Football Record Video.
And Dunstall finished the day booting 12 goals. McGrath's got it again. There's a courageous mark by Gary Hocking.
Best mark in the league, I probably think Stephen Kernahan's pretty hard to beat in a high aerial mark. I think Jason Dunstall obviously from Hawthorn is a pretty good mark, and he's got probably the best hands I've seen.
Drives it long. Kernahan, oh, terrific! Yes. Sensational Stephen Kernahan.
You reckon he'll make his mark at Hawthorn? Dunstall, oh, great mark. He's a champion.
I'd have to say for a centre-half forward it would have to be Steve Kernahan. Very strong, usually has the best backline player on him every week. Also, you just can't go past Jason Dunstall, whether it's on the ground or in the air. He's just a great player.
Kicks it in towards full forward. Kernahan, mark of the day, Stephen Kernahan.
High to the forward pocket. Dunstall. Oh! Unbelievable!
It's on by Sumi. He's going to ignore him and bring it in high. In towards full forward. Bugle indeed. Over the back. Batira. Now Sumi. Now Mainwaring. A big chance here for Chris Mainwaring. He'll hook it around the corner. It's a good kick. Oh, it's a great kick. It's a goal.
The battle for the 6 positions.
Barnes in the Ablett direction. Well done though by Neitz. Chance though by Hinkley. Left foot right there. Here's a goal! It's a beautiful goal!
David Murphy played pretty well. The kick towards half forward. Cresswell's going to have to run hard at the footy. It bounces nicely for him. He's going inside 50 and he's going for goal. And that is a fantastic goal.
Closing it up out there, not letting him run onto the ball. Gary O'Donnell will look for Salmon. Salmon and Martin. Martin gets in front of Salmon. Bradley Payne roped it well. And the little forward pocket player on the left foot fires a goal. Great attempt by Payne. He's kicked it.
Dyson gives it off to Viney. Baxter's been terrific. He's growing as this game continues. Lyon tried to find Stretch. Stretch finds a bit of space. Long left foot. Great looking kick. A goal! Magnificent kick.
Strongly done. Down towards full forward. The judgment shown by Crow. Steve Peavy was up early. This is Hudson. And that's a goal. Oh, what a goal.
Jimmy Steins. Possession number 20. A high kick. Cow flies. At the back, Dyson. Goes for his second goal. Dyson's kicked it. What a miraculous goal by Dyson.
But Footscray take it out of DeVille. That quick hand pass gone straight to McGuire. Well played, Mickey McGuire. Alan Richardson. On to McGuire again. Still with the ball, McGuire. Dodging, weaving. Don't tell me he's going to kick this. This deserves a goal. It starts to swing. Oh, great play, Mick McGuire. Top goal.
Well, I bet you he'll go that big time. Let's have a look. He loves it from out there.
The air splitter.
And if he gets onto it, it'll clear the fence. He is a long kick. He's going, yes, he's going the top. Have a look at that kick. Oh, a ripper. A goal.
So Jarman, 80 metres from goal towards the pocket. Dunstall, hands to it, couldn't hang on. Hudson hard against the line, uses Platten as a decoy, settles, kicks, bends it back, it's a goal.
Some light bitters seem to lose that crisp, clean taste after a couple of glasses. So what's so special about Foster Special?
Well, that about wraps it up for this issue of Football Record Video. And I've had an absolutely fantastic time bringing it to you. And while I got the chance, I would like to thank all the people who have extended their best wishes for my 300th game. What do you think about that, Ted?
Well spoken, Dougie. And I must say I enjoyed it too. It was especially good that I didn't have to work with those idiots on the Channel 9 footy show. And I've had a wonderful time. But what I do want to know, Doug, is are you going to continue playing next year to break my record?
As they say in the classics, Ted, stay tuned.
Go, doggies.
Doggies. Oh, oh, oh.
Ow.
Hi, I'm Doug Hawkins of the Footscray Football Club, and for the next hour or so, I'll be your host of Football Record Video.
Hey, just a minute, Dougie boy. You're a bit young, son, to host a show like this on your own. No buts, Dougie. Be serious about this, son. Come on, keep going. That was good.
Okay, I'm Dave Hawkins, you're Mr. Football Ted Whitten.
And together, we're
your
here.
host. We're your host. He's so glasses, didn't he? Okay.
Let's go.
Our special feat.
Put it down.
Okay. No. Okay, that's right. Hang on.
Right, you've got it now.
Okay. Well, it's a pity our next guest just didn't rock up to the Western Oval. And of course, I'm talking about the Norwich Rising Star of the Month, Collingwood's Severio Rocker.
Hey! We're home! Be serious, boy. Hey, look at me.
As they say in the classics, Ted, stay tuned to find out.
You mean that?
I do mean that.
Put your hand down.
Okay.
We'll do that next. Hey.
As they say in the classics, Ted, stay tuned to find out.
You mean that?
I do mean that.
Let's look at the camera, Dougie, and say, Go doggies! Go!
Oh,
Gentlemen, please. 135 football seasons ago, 4 sportsmen decided to change the name of the game.
So, you've got the posts. Between the posts, a goal.
Why can't we use our hands to mark the ball?
What about these posts?
Stick up 2 sticks in the goal. Put the emphasis on kicking.
It's the name of the game. Why outside? Why can't we pass forward? The name of the game. Keeps the game flowing. What do we call it?
But will anybody bother turning up?